Almost got our 100. Not even close. We're maybe halfway there. Alright. You know what? Let's actually call that there. Let's just make some more rotors now. Instead of handcrafting, we can be building one assembler, putting the items into boxes. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. It's just when I go to take a break, my character may as well be doing something, right? But yeah, that is a good shout. Like, I've got the assembler built, I just wasn't feeding it. And it's silly of me to then just stand there and do it. I can worry about how I'm going to feed the capacity of it another time, right? Valid thing to point out. So, splitter. But yeah, it is a case of, like, if I'm taking a break, I may as well do something. So I need to leave clearance for that one as well. So then we want a lifter here for the rods. I guess screws can come in at the bottom level, so that's fine. Do that there. And then we have you coming out here. I don't like that curve, but it's fine. Oh, that's fine actually. No, it's not even clipping even when it's up. That's actually perfect. Okay, so we've got rods coming in, screws. I wanted it coming out here if I can. I mean, I can just stack that up, and then just deconstruct the one in the middle, right? Easy. And then I need it to be a belt 2. Actually, let's make it a belt 3. And then this needs to be a belt 2 to go down here. It's kind of ugly, but fine. It's just because I can't put a lifter on directly, I don't think, without it clipping into that awkwardly. Oh, that's going to look super ugly, isn't it? Yeah. See, I don't mind it looking a bit naff, but I don't want it looking that ugly. Okay, so I think we just want to do... get it out as far as that. And then we can put the lifter on there. Hey, that works out quite nicely, I think. There we go. Lovely. And that feeds in here. We can put our rods and screws in that are on our person. Which, amusingly, it doesn't accept until it's powered. It's kind of interesting that way. Fire you up. Make me some rotors. Good. Which you're going to be making very slowly. And that's the other thing, is like... assembler is all well and good instead of handcrafting, but it's slow. 4 per minute? I make many more than 4 per minute, right? It is a little bit frustrating in that regard. I was thinking I'll have 2 containers. But let's be honest. We don't need 2 containers for this. We only need 1. It's not making me. I'm unlikely to backlog. I'm still going to make a bunch of these by hand, simply because it is super slow waiting for it to do it all for me. Need to go for massive projects, yeah. With a bunch of mods. 500 plus inventory, yeah. Yeah, being able to add more, like having things stack more would be nice. SkyUL has to adjust the time of day and pause it. Play in the day so it's permanently noon. That's fair. Yeah, it's not like the day-night cycle is relevant in this game. If there was solar power, which I bitched and moaned about at the start when I was first playing this, it's like, where's the solar power? It'd be so easy. And yeah, it's against their like vision of the game of exploiting things, which is just a very eye-rolly thing as far as I'm concerned. It's like, well, yes, but it makes sense. You could make it that it's like not very good. It's like in Subnautica. Solar power's there, but you can't use it overnight, obviously. Can't use it too deep, so here you just have like an underground or like a shade sort of system, so you can't use it when you're obscured. And yeah, it'd just be low yield. But the idea is that it would get you going, because I just gave up on using power for a while to start with before I started getting coal more. Simply because it was a chore. Like, you felt tethered to the base. You couldn't go further away, even though you wanted to explore more. you just felt like you're tethered so much because you have to maintain your power supply so much more. It's like, well, just give me some bloody solar panels and wind generation. And yeah, it won't produce much. I would have to make so much more to be able to make it sustainable. And at that point, it's a blight on the landscape, so it's not like it's environmental at that point. But at least it would get you going. Like, the fact that the hub has a couple of biomass burners is good, but it should start with a couple of solar panels. That would be enough to run just your initial sort of stuff, and it's only then when you felt like you needed to expand beyond that you needed to do more yourself. But, whatever. So I was kind of hoping that that's what the power slugs would have been about, but no. Okay, now I do need to make another assembler that can do motors for me as the next task. So we have the stators and the rotors both going into containers currently. I should take a look and see how slowly does an assembler make those things. I can just take a look at even this one. Oh, I can't do it without... Oh, 12 seconds. So each one... So it's 4 a minute, right? No, 5 a minute. And it uses 2 each of these. Okay, so which means it's going to be underfed. Like, I would need over 2 assemblers making rotors in order to feed this at the rate that it needs. Which is concerning. So it's never going to be at full utility. Whereas stators, it produces the same rate, but it needs double. So yeah. So it's going to be tedious. We expected that. Where am I? Here, it's right here. Idiot, it's right here. Okay. So here's our other container. Our stator container. So it's actually coming down there. Okay. So then we want to have our next assembler down here. Oh, we've got a power pole down here already, so that's a start. Something like that. So then you can come do that. That should be the rotors. Yep, rotors going down there. Stators are going to be coming across from here. I honestly don't know what it's encroaching on. That's weird. Anyway. It's just too steep at that point, apparently. I mean, I can use a lifter if it's too steep, right? Yeah. Got there in the end. Right. Motors. 10 per minute of each to make 5 per minute, yeah. Which I just can't sustain that long term, but hey, whatever. We can feed it in a large amount to start with. It'll run empty eventually, but that's fine. And then we just want a container coming out the other side. To put them all in. And away they go. But I'm still going to want to make a bunch of them myself, I'm fairly sure. Because otherwise this is going to take a long time. But they're there, being made for next time. I want a lot of them. I have so many steel pipes. At least I'm using some now. I wonder if I can route the other container into this container. I mean, I probably can. It's an absolute nightmare, but I mean, I definitely can, and it would be definitely funny. So I should definitely do that. What do you actually need? You need 30 per minute of them. Oh, you're full. Oh, we're done. Good. Okay, well, I don't know if I need excess, because I put 100 in, and then these are 48 stacks of 50, which means I have exactly the right amount. But then I've got extra coming in, so I'm not actually going to be able to take them out reliably without having too many on me, which is kind of annoying. Well, I can deconstruct this and have 6 on me. And then I can just go... well, control. Oh, it's got to feed in for the bottom one. I'm an idiot. Never mind. Whatever. I did it the wrong way around. I should have done the bottom one first. You go in there, 850. And then you come out. And then you go in. And then you come out. And you go in. And then you come out. And you go in. And yes, I know I could have just had it go straight into the space elevator. I don't care. And then we have 10 left over, apparently. Well, 10 plus these left over. Let's just put that on standby for now. But I don't know if I need more of them, so I don't want to make more right now, just in case. If that makes sense. Oh yeah, we're going to run out of screws. That's right. Fun fact is you can math out anything. Oh, of course you can. Yeah, you can literally math out everything. I prefer not to. So, talk about realism. Accurate to make a motor, you need a rotor and a stator, but why two? You'd think that one rotor and one stator would make one motor. I know, right? You would think. But that's called resource bloat, and that's common in games. Because I need the industrial manufacturing step before I can unlock the other 2 steps of the phase 3 for the space elevator. So that's what I've been trying to work my way towards gradually. Because I could just, parallel everything. But at this point it's like, okay, well doing a bit of manual crafting is quicker in terms of like I'm double dipping. So yeah, I'm making some automatically. I'm also making some manually just to get to my immediate objective faster. But then I've got the automation to accrue it in the background because I know that I'm going to need them in future. And I explained this one other session where it's a case of the way that I'm playing this is not so much, oh, I've unlocked this, so I'll make lots of it now. It's more a case of, I've unlocked it, I'll make what I need, and then if I need more of it, if the next set of blueprints shows that I am going to need it ongoing, then I will automate it in order to be able to make it more in future. But the manual crafting is actually quicker when you can do it to start with. So I may as well. May as well just do it manually to start with, and then ramp up once it's established that I'm going to need to. Not sure if you're doing all the math in your head, but it's helpful to have a calculator. I am doing it all in my head, because to me that's part of the process. Like, yeah, I could boot up a calculator, I've got my phone right next to me, but to me, that's part of the challenge of it, is just doing it in my head. Like, I could say that, oh, it's the immersion of the game, because my character doesn't have a calculator. Yeah, but he's got an AI and stuff that he can always do as well. But it's just the personal aspect of it. I mean, I don't do maths that often these days. So it's kind of stretching that muscle that I haven't used in a while. And, yeah, it's just... people don't do enough maths these days, I feel. Like, knowing how to quickly do numbers and work the numbers on the fly is a valuable thing, and people don't do it enough. Games like this, to me, that's the point, is you should be doing things more yourself in order to, yeah, stretch that muscle. Like, that's the only way a game like this is kind of justifiable in some respects. Like, that's the learning element. Otherwise, yeah, it's just a game. But it's kind of nice when it's not just a game. It's also helping me think in a way that these days I don't often. It does bother me that it doesn't take from the biggest stack. It only takes from the last one in your inventory, wherever it happens to be. But whatever. That's a very minor gripe. Okay, we've got 100 of our things, so we can at least dump those in here. I should also check what my power grid is like, because if I'm drawing on my biomass consistently, my production is still fluctuating. That means one of my coal things is not being fed properly. Anyway, hey, we've almost got another 50. That's a start. Cool. Now we just need to wait however long that took to do another lot. I need to go feed my baubles too, I bet. I bet I'm out of iron again. Yeah, it's back to... God damn it. I know I should have routed ore directly in here. I need copper as well. I know I should have, but I didn't. Well, at least it backed up. Oh, okay, it hadn't run through yet. That's good. That's good. Part of it is just because I know that the event is temporary, I just didn't bother just automating everything up here in terms of having the metal inputs. It's like I just have the containers as a concession for that. But hey, you should have seen what I was doing earlier. It was much worse. So 100, 200, 300, 350, we're working up to 400. So we're getting there slowly. And what's the day today? The 30th? Oh yeah. Bomb, just kind of bouncing around like a bunny at the moment. What am I doing next? I can investigate that power thing again. The fact that I seem to have a bit of a shortage going on. Oh, ma'am, you know what? I'm just going to make another one in front of me. Because my I never did another hard drive, that's the problem. Because I started doing other stuff. Scan. Get you going and then dismantle. Alright, back on the highway. I really should have researched the hypertube thing. I know. It would be quicker. Like, this is fun the first few times, but when you just want to go there and visit stuff, you don't want it to be a chore. Oh, it wanted to send me the wrong way. Okay, I need to deconstruct these. Yeah, because it's annoying that it's a weird network. It's a shame, but that was a fun route, but this is the much more express route. Don't use it as a calculator. Don't believe you would need a scientific calculator to beat the game. You don't need any calculator to beat the game. It's just a convenience. Like, you should be able to do numbers in your head if you've kind of passed elementary math. If you're at an age that you're playing this game, I would contend that you should be able to do all of the calculations yourself. Either in your head or on a notepad. But it is a convenience to have someone to do it for you. Later in the game the numbers get harder? I bet. I bet. Yeah, not saying it isn't useful. Just not strictly necessary. Okay, we're back. Well, you're all green. So you should be fine. Yeah, you've got plenty. You've got plenty. You've only got... Okay. So you keep dipping. What about you? Are you fine? You're fine. So why are you dipping? Oh, you're getting the dregs. Ah, yeah, see, that's... I didn't quite do this properly. So we need the merger to be there instead of there. Okay. So, well, we have the power overhead that we can redo this. That's fine. Well, once again, let's just crack out the foundations. Alright, and then we want logistics, merger, there. Oh, we did actually want the splitter to be on top still. That's fine. I bet it's not going to line up very well though. And that goes... How is that an invalid... I think maybe... it's just because there's a weird offset that I'm not seeing, I think. Yeah, there we go, that's better. Yeah, it was just slightly offset. Okay, I'm not sure what that's clipping onto, but... Okay, and then this... came in here. Of course it's gonna clip awkwardly. That's annoying. I'm past caring at this point. Now I can just have this come in here. Okay. No, that's the merger. That's a splitter. So that's fine. Splitter is fine. And then it should just come off here, right? Oh, because this is around the wrong way, of course. Splitter. We are locking the splitter onto this now. There we go. So that one's fine. This one we need to rebuild. Why do you say that it's too steep? You were fine before. What the hell? You stupid game. Out a little bit further. There we go. Bring it up one. Then go splitter. And have it do that. And do that. Do that. There we go. And then that to that. Perfect. Okay. That should now work better, I hope. So you can have my excess. There we go. Alright, let's grab one bacon agaric. And then make our way back to base. Oh, yeah, we need to take a lot of plastic backwards. Or we need to start working on some conveyor belts. Either way. Okay, you've only just started on the second container, so that's okay. Could be worse. Example for a late game recipe. Item per minute and liquid per minute. So you need 37.5 items per minute, 25 items per minute, 15 items per minute, 15 items per minute, which gives you 50 and 15 byproduct. Fine. Yeah, I get that the numbers can get hard, but I don't care. That's fine. You just break it down and do it bit by bit. That's part of the game. Like, that's why I think that these sorts of games are kind of tedious. I'm sure once I get to that point, I will complain about it. It's like a bridge over there. That's interesting. I haven't fully explored this area either, because I was getting like distracted by stuff. There's a copper vein over there that could be handy for some wire, just randomly. Okay, well from up here I should be able to see. One, all the lights on my coal power stations are green. Good. And two, do I have silver balls coming out the other side of this? Yes, I have iron and I have copper. Good, that's a good start. I can access my storage container from up here. I almost have the 100 backlog that I want. I'm actually going to steal those and grab these and grab the 100 that I want excess. 2 more. I mean, it's got a backlog anyway, so that's fine. Oh, it's disappeared. Where's the next one? There. Okay. It will not be in there for very long. There we go. Good, that's the 100. Plastic I was putting in here, wasn't I? Yeah, well, I don't have enough space. I think maybe I want to make another container stack here. We're just having so many containers for the sake of it. It's kind of absurd. Container. Container. Plastic. Plastic below, rubber on top. Alright. Hard drive. Research complete. What is it? What useful things do I have now? Heavy oil residue. Okay, see, these are completely different from what I had previously. I was getting, like, stuff of different ways to make cable, I think, or something like that. This is much more exciting. So an alternate of heavy oil residue. So you can make heavy oil as a primary thing, and then have a byproduct of polymer resin. Interesting. I mean, I prefer just to have the heavy oil residue as a byproduct, I think. Or automated speed wiring. Honestly, that feels like a backward step. And this is just project part number 3. If that's the only time I use it, I've got some excess of those already, and I haven't found another use for them, so that doesn't seem very useful. Let's rescan. Encased industrial pipe. What do I normally need for that? Steel beams. Oh, no, that's really good. That gives me a reason, a way to use more pipes up. Yeah, I like that. Pure iron ingot? Nah, get screwed. This is much better. Happy with that. What was the other thing that I needed the bacon agaric for? Oh, this. Cool. Let's just get that. Why not? I have like 10 different ways of making inhalers. I can get another one.
Therapeutic inhaler recipe unlocked. It smells like fried breakfast-induced cardiac arrest, but surprisingly, it restores you to full health.
Brilliant. And another one. Why not? Let's just complete the trees, eh? We get the pithy statements.
Vitamin inhaler recipe unlocked. Not only does it restore your health, it also acts as a preventative supplement against scurvy and other shortage-induced conditions. Unfortunately, it does not improve aesthetics, but Pioneer helmets are built to withstand extreme circumstances.
Brilliant. We have some spare quick-wire, I'm fairly sure, as well, don't we? Yeah, we've got a bunch of this. Let's just clear some of these. Stun rebar, sure, why not? I have a bunch that I've picked up somewhere. Oh, there's our high-speed connector. Oh, we now have more plastic, so we can actually use that. We'll
Stun
research that.
rebar ammo unlocked. This applies a moderate electric charge to the target, capable of stunning small creatures and moderately delaying larger ones. This is quite, atomically, exciting.
That was a physics
That was a physics joke.
Brilliant. Okay, so high-speed connector, which we need for a lot of other things. So I think I picked some up somewhere, but it would be good to actually have it unlocked. So I need a bunch of those in order to unlock those. Oh, geothermal generator. I didn't read ahead far enough. Okay, that's useful. Okay, well I guess I want some more Caterium at some point. And to make some of the high-speed connectors. I've already found a couple of geysers, I just didn't realise that I was actually going to be able to use them for something productive. Oh, I have a bunch of candy canes in here. Oh no, that was intentional. That's being held aside, that's right. I need 200 for that and 500 for these. Yep. So that was intentional. I actually have enough for this, I think. Yeah, I do. Okay, well I can just get that out of the way now. That's this one. Good. Start research. There we go. Let's clear that. So now I have the snow dispenser and snow cannons.
I do not understand the fascination humans have with solid dihydrogen monoxide.
Neither.
To the extent they felt the need for a Fixmas snow cannon and dispenser. It is simply a state of matter. Real beauty lies in efficiency and the synergetic processes and interplay of artificial and spontaneous consciousness,
whatever.
general sentience, and non-sentient matter, creating a new version of reality in every observable moment in the subjective progression of events.
Breach. Right. Motors. Motors. Do I have 50 of them? I do. Fantastic. We were gone long enough. We dithered around long enough for it to actually create 50 of the damn things. And now we can send this on its way. Bonk. Now we can also set another hard drive.
Milestone reached. Manufacturers can receive up to 4 inputs for the production of complex parts, such as computers and heavy modular frames, but most importantly the 2 new project parts. The modular engine and adaptive control unit are essential for the development of Phase 3 of Project Assembly. You are making good progress. The future is starting to look
So
bright.
those are the things I need 500 and 100 of. Alright. Manufacturer. Yeah, you need a lot of stuff, don't you? Let's at least see what this does. Oh, build your first manufacturer. There we go. So, modular engine needs... Oh, I am going to use Project Part 3 for that. I need a lot more of them, in fact. Okay, good to know. Well, this is where I make high-speed connectors. Alright, and what's that? Circuit boards. I don't know how to make circuit boards yet, do I? Oh, assembler. Okay, it's only made in the assembler. Okay. And I can do that with sheets and plastic. Oh, good. Something to use plastic for. And copper sheets. Good. And I'll need to actually start making copper sheets again, I guess. And modular engine needs rubber. Yep. Oh, and smart plating again. Okay. Yep, we ditched making smart plating some time ago as well. I think that's the thing that bugs me about this sometimes, is like each step you just need to completely reconfigure things. And it's a bit of a pain. I don't have any computers is the other problem, so I'm going to need computers first, which I also need circuit boards for. How many computers do I need? 2, so I'll need 200 total. 200 computers, which means I need 800 circuit boards. Okay. Okay. Which are made in the assembler, wasn't it? Yeah, assembler or crafting bench. You know, I can just make them by hand. Apparently, I'm clever enough that I can make circuit boards by hand. Well, we can repurpose the versatile framework assembler for now, since it's going to be a while before we need that again. Yes, this is where I'll have to figure out what I need, and figure out how much I need of them. So, we have 76 circuit boards, I think, wasn't it? Oh, 140, 76 in my head. 143. Well, let's make an even 150 or something for now. Well, I have cable and plastic, so I can start making those. So, where's you? Circuit board, 8 cable, 16 plastic makes 1 computer. Well, who cares how it denominates down? Let's just chuck in a stack of each of them and just make something. Just make something. Go on. Hypertubes, there we go. We should do this. I have all of these. I can't put them in yet, but I have them all. Oh, it takes 8 minutes for it to return? I'm sure it didn't used to take that long. Presumably it just ramps up over time. It takes longer and longer or something. 3 minutes until we get another hard drive complete. It doesn't seem like a game you would like. What's there? I mean, there's a lot to not like, but there's a fair amount to like. Yeah, it's not a bad game. It certainly has its moments where it gets, yeah, tedious, that's for damn sure. But, yeah, is what it is. I do also enjoy number crunching and designing to an extent. I don't like it when it's drudgery, which is where things do kind of fall over sometimes. Like, it's all in how engaging you make it, which again is why I have never bothered in the past playing likes of Factorio, because to me that's too tedious and there's not enough payoff. Same with like EVE Online, like that, and the finance aspect, and like X3 was always really heavy in terms of its production side of things as well. So there's certainly a limit. Like there's a point where it doesn't feel rewarding compared to the rest of the gameplay. Now with X3 at least the saving grace was you could also just fly around randomly and do other stuff, so it wasn't the mainstay of the game. You never really felt like you were missing out that much by not engaging in that element of it. For a game like Factorio, that's pretty much all there is my understanding. I don't know, I'm probably wrong because I haven't actually played it, but... oh, you're finished. Well, that's all I needed. I needed more bows, but I don't think I need any more snow at all, actually. I should actually stop you and just set you making bows as well, because I need 400 more of them, and I've got 100, so that's 2 lots of inventory, and then I'm done. Fairly sure. So I'm not sure I needed any more snow at all, but, well, I have a bunch. What did I need? I can look, I just can't touch. Yes, there's the 500 that I needed. Easy. Cool. I mean, if I want to make the snow dispensers and snow cannons, I guess, that's the other thing. I should probably make at least one of each of them before it all disappears. I haven't even got a snowman. What do we got? Bio coal. Okay, biomass into coal. That's interesting. I think I might have had you before. Yeah, so I'm getting some duplicates now. I wonder if I'm running through my options. 40 per minute of that, which is enough to then just send straight into another refinery in order to make the petroleum coke to make 5 more power plants work, so there's that. But that still means you're using 2 refineries to do that one thing. Much as what I'm doing currently. Though I wouldn't be having to overclock it, which I'm having to at the moment. So there's that. We can also rescan again. I may as well use my rescans. Automated miner. Why do I need to make you more expensive? Well, I don't have a mine for quartz at the moment. I haven't bothered. This one amuses me more. I'll get the automated miner, why not? And I've got 3 more hard drives to get through. I'm not going to get through them all now, because I need to stop. Let's survey our domain. Which at least now we can jump off without almost dying. Well, we've got our little steel empire over in the distance still, which is just, well, the pipes are full. We need to do something with those. We now have something we can make out of pipes. We can make the concrete thing with that. I think that's probably a worthy investment. Instead of just shipping concrete off to the awesome sink, we can actually use some of it maybe. And then we've got, yeah, good power domain, which I do think that maybe I should overclock that miner and slap down a bunch more. That, or just find another coal deposit and just set up a separate little outpost. As long as it's near water, that's all it needs. But yeah, we now know what we need to do for the next stage, which is good, and that'll just take me a while to complete. But that's expected. I'm going to jump on you one day. Today is not that day, but soon. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.